So the first green flag is, and this is not even a Thai thing, just a general thing, do they communicate with you daily? This is something I see so many foreigners come out here and skip out on and think, oh, she's at work, she's busy, da-da-da-da. Every Thai girl, oh boy, if they really like you, wants to talk to you all the time, and they will make every mission to talk to you if they do like you. If they don't like you, they will not talk to you, trust me. Now, for the first red flag is, do they have 2 phones? This is something I see people skip out on. If you ever see anybody in Thailand with more than 1 phone, trust me, they're on some sneaky shit and you need to let them go because they are a dub. Keep in mind, phones are expensive in Thailand. The average Thai person can really only afford about 1 phone. So if they have 2 phones, not only that means they got money, but also that means they're getting that money from somewhere. And also that they need 2 phones because they're trying to hide stuff from you. So definitely make sure that if you see them with multiple phones, you leave them alone, they're a dub, and it's not about to be a good time. Now for the second green flag is if they tell you about their past. So what I mean by that is that if they have ex-boyfriends that live in the town, you know, maybe they dated some foreigners before, whatever it may be, they will generally let you know pretty upfront. And it's good for you to also do the same back because obviously that's going to build trust and all that extra bullshit. But I generally find that girls that are very ambiguous, not only about what they're looking for, like a boyfriend or girlfriend, or their past, or they try to overprove it, you know what I mean? They're like sending you screenshots and look at all these people that are DMing me, whatever. Generally it's a bad time. Generally means they're probably lying to you. I haven't been through this a couple of times. I've learned now that if shorty starts sending me screenshots trying to show that she, you know what I'm saying, her DMs are filled right now, but she's only responding to you, it's a dub, and she's definitely talking to everybody else. So you may want to leave shorty alone. Now for red flag number 2. Do they only communicate with you at night? A lot of people don't think about this because there are people in Thailand that definitely do the work night jobs. I've definitely seen it myself. I got homies that work night jobs. It's not abnormal. But if he or she is only replying to you between the hours of 8 p.m. and 6 a.m., she's definitely out here in the streets. And you got yourself a dub. Generally what that means is that they're obviously working girls or boys, and you know, they're out here entertaining customers and you just happen to be one of their customers. So if you see something like that where they're only responding to you at late night hours, it's probably not a good sign. The average Thai person, besides very rare cases, does work during the day. Most businesses in Thailand close, you know, after like 11 p.m. unless they're like working at a club or something. And they generally work from, you know, anywhere between from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. So, you know, if you don't hear her between those time periods, that means she's sleeping more than likely, he or she is sleeping. And obviously if they're sleeping during the day, that means they're working at night. To let you know what their job is. And along with that as well, if they don't tell you what they do for work because they're being ambiguous about it, it's a dub. Most Thai people in general are pretty straightforward when it comes to what they do for work. They actually take pride in what they do for work. So if they're, you know, a working girl or a freelancer or whatever, they're just going to say it. And if they don't, or they're kind of ambiguous or unemployed, generally is not a good sign at all. I would generally say in those cases, once again, leave them alone. Green flag number 3, do they introduce you to their family? So this is something that in the United States definitely is something that happens like later on in the relationship, like you dating some time, maybe a year, and then they say, yo, come to the cookout or whatever. In Thailand, it happens a lot more swiftly. And by that, I mean, you're not going to be taking trips up to Isan, you know what I mean? But definitely you'll at least, if they're on video call or something, they'll say, oh, mom, say hello to my boyfriend, you know, something like that. And if they're trying to like, if they get on the call and they're trying to like hide you from their mom or parents, yeah, she's out in these streets, fam. Like, she's out of these streets, twin. She definitely here being a throat goat. So I would definitely make sure that you keep that in mind when you're talking to them. Keep how they interact with their family around you, because pretty much all Thai girls, all Thai people that I know are going to be talking to their folks every day, especially if they're far distance from them, because Thai people just are very family orientated. Whenever they get on the line, if they don't want their parents to see you, bad sign. Probably a dub, probably a throat goat. Red flag number 3. Red flag number 4. I really don't know which one I'm on right now. I'm just going to do 5 of these. So I'm going to do 2 more of each and just call it. So it's either going to go up to 6 or go up to 5. I can't really believe I have to say this, but does she ask you for money? If a Thai person ever asks you for money, male or female, or in general, if anybody, if you're ever talking to romantically asks you for money, yeah, they're probably a dub twin. You just got to accept it. And the reason why is because Thai people are very prideful. And they take pride in the work they do and how they get money. And you will always see that, especially on Tinder, for example, girls will be like, I'm not a freelancer, I do this for a living, and I'm basically being prideful about it. Like, I'm showing you I'm not low class like those other people, you know, aka freelance in this case. So generally, if she's asking you for money, that obviously means one, she got the money. 2, she's used to asking it. And 3, she's obviously not being honest with you about her intentions. Because trust me, along with that in Thailand, women or men will tell you, hey, you're the only person I'm talking to, rah, and they'll lie straight to your face. So a clear sign that they're lying to you and that they're doing this with a lot of other people is that they start asking for money for things. Now, in context here, keep in mind, I'm not saying Thai girls will never ask you for money. If they do, it'll be in situations where it absolutely makes sense. So, for example, one of my ex-girlfriends, she lived in an island, and she would take the boat, the ferry from the island to here, to where I live at, stay with me for a couple of days and then go back. So when she would take the boat, she just asked me, can you recoup me for the boat? And when she was out here, she would always, spend money on me. Like, we would go do massage and other stuff. So like, it's not like she never spent money on me in general. And I gave her money, but in that circumstance, it makes sense. You know what I mean? It's like if you have someone who's long distance and they fly to see you, you can have an exchange and say, hey, I'll pay for these events if you just pay for the ticket, and we'll make sure in general that the cost will even out. So that's very common. Like if they live a distance away from you, they're trying to make it work. They may request a little bit of money. That's fine, bro. It's different when it's something that does not involve you at all and they're asking for money for it. Like, hey, I need to go do this thing at wherever, but I don't have the money for it. Can you pay for a hotel for me? And then we can see each other and da-da-da-da. They started doing stuff like that. They're a dub, twin. They're out there on these streets. They're out there being a throat goat. Let her go. Green flag number 3, green flag number 4. Because once again, I have no idea which one I'm on right now. Now, this one is definitely heavily subjective. I'm not going to always act like this one is going to be a clear indicator. But 2 things. It's kind of a 2 in 1. Is her IG private? Are her IG followers low and her post count low? Now, you got to take this one a little bit of grain of salt. It's not always a clear sign that she's in these streets or not. But if she's got 6,000 followers and 90 to 180 posts on IG, probably in the streets. Either that or she's an influencer. One of the 2. I'm definitely not gonna act like I haven't met good girls that just have a lot of followers. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not uncommon, but I wouldn't say it's the most common thing. Like most girls you're gonna find are definitely gonna have lower follower counts and have their accounts on private because they don't want people interfacing with them and all that stuff. Their Insta IG is basically gonna be made for their friends and their family. So as you would expect, if your account is made for your friends and family, why would your shit be public? But if you see that shit is public, it's probably a sign she's for the streets. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, and they'll try to act like it's not like that. Oh my God, it is. So definitely look for those private profiles. Definitely look for the low post count. And if they do have a public profile, look at it. If all their pictures are just, them doing basic stuff at the beach and they're not like provocative pictures. It's just like them at the beach and they're with people as well too. That's another thing. Like if you see pictures of her at the beach and it's only her in a bikini / him with himself or whatever, it's probably a sign that 1, she doesn't have any friends, and 2, this is just a phishing account to make sure she gets foreigners. But yeah, if it's pictures like her and her friends at the beach or going to Koh Samui or Ao Nang and they're just chilling, hanging out, rowboating or whatever, yeah, that's normal stuff. Like I wouldn't think anything of it. But if it's like only pictures of her at the beach, only in the bikini, and it's always her in every picture, and you never see the person she's with who took the picture, start asking questions because she's probably a dub. Now, red flag number 5. All right, now peep game, because this one is definitely not subjective at all. And if you see this, pretty clear instant sign they're on some BS, which is, what is their living situation like? It's something I see not a lot of people talk about, but something that actually is really important as a hyper clear indicator. If their living situation above a certain age is kind of wonky, is definitely probably a good place to stay clear of. So a common example, she lives in a dorm. If she lives in a dorm, she's not in a university, she works somewhere and she's in a dorm, I'm not saying immediately that's a cause for concern, but I would say generally I would be rather concerned. At least from my experience, most Thai girls, even if they work like basic bare jobs, can afford their own apartment. And so generally if she's like living in a dorm or a working space or a co-working space or something like that, or some space where it's just like she doesn't have her own private space, that generally means that either A, she lives on an island, and at that point you gotta give it a pass because room and board on islands is definitely limited. Or B, she's not doing really good business. She's probably doing bad business. I was on the fence that she has too glamorous of a pad and she won't tell you what she's doing for work, or it's further ambiguous. Probably another cause for concern. So if Shorty's like, oh yeah, I stay in a 2-story house and drive a better car than you do in the US on my Thai salary, probably a dub, because most Thai cars are like $1 million baht if you want something new. She's in these streets. Oh, and then along with that one as well, this is one of my favorite ones. Everyone says this, but this is definitely true. And she goes to the club too often. Along with that, I'll kind of add that in. If she's always at the club, I don't really care. It's more than likely a dub. I'm not saying Thai girls don't like going to clubs. They definitely do. Or Thai boys and girls don't like going to clubs. They definitely do. But I would say they're not going out every night. It's once every now and then. You know, if she's out there multiple consecutive days in a row, you got a dub. Green flag number 5. Does she teach you about her culture? This is something that it may seem very on the DL, like, you know, maybe I don't really care and I don't want to know. And sure, whatever. If you're like that, 1, you're a dub. Because like, why are you in Thailand if you don't know the culture? But 2, also, when Thai girls take interest in you, especially as a foreigner, they're going to want to teach you their culture. It's just like any place else you would go. It's like, if I visit your, you know, place of origin, you're going to want to show me your favorite dishes or teach me words and all this stuff. So if she's not really showing you about her culture, not trying to inform you thing or take you to events or take you to the temple or take you to, you know, all the islands or the beach or do stuff that only Thai people do. Maybe there's even a street or a road that only Thai people take, and she's like, oh, you know, you usually take the foreigner route. Here's the Thai route, and you can see all this extra beautiful scenery. If she's not doing that stuff, that generally, at least to me, shows there's a lack of interest. He or she, there's a lack of interest. And in which case, probably leave them alone. Definitely leave them alone, because they're probably not for you, and they're probably not trying to build anything with you. Now, once again, this is just my very subjective opinion on having, at this point, talked to a decent amount of Thai people and dating my current Thai girlfriend for a good amount of time at this point, and understanding the real differences between when someone's really interested in you and not. So I'm definitely saying this. If you're planning to come over for a long time, Thai women or men are very, very beautiful people, very loving people. And in my experience, I do enjoy dating them more than people in America. I'm not going to say I don't enjoy people in America like that. It's just that in general, I would say, yeah, if you had to pick between the two, I'll definitely take a Thai girl over a American girl. Keep it bad. But if you come over here and you want something long-term, definitely these are things to consider and think about to make sure the person that you're talking to is right for you and not just trying to use you for whatever nefarious intentions they have. But as always, if you guys want more videos like this, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, while you're at it, oh my God, it's so hot today. Leave a comment down below. Let me know about your experiences dealing with Thai women or men. And then lastly, and most importantly, if you're interested in videos on what it's like being black in Thailand, why don't you check out my video here? Or also, maybe you're in the US and you're like, man, why did he even leave the US for Thailand? I think you can find that video right here. In any case, I'll see you guys next time. Blah.